In this video, I'm going to be discussing the future of Alton Towers and my opinion on what will happen to its many rides and roller coasters. In my opinion, the hydraulic launch coasters are a dying breed that will unfortunately go extinct in the near future due to the expensive maintenance and problematic downtime. As Rita is one of these models, I won't be surprised if it's on the chopping block for the next 5 years. It has a short layout with an even shorter ride duration and covers quite a large area of the dark forest pathways. Because of this, it has some space, but its replacement will be suspended in the air. Personally, I think that the launch area will be reused for a different launch coaster with improved theming and a better storyline. The option I see Alton Towers choosing is a Mack launch coaster with a compact, tight layout where it weaves through the dark forest. With the success of Hyperia and the attention it brought to Thorpe Park, I wouldn't be surprised if Merlin begins to get more comfortable with Mack rides. With the plans of Project Horizon showing that it's an indoor attraction, I would like to see Alton Tower's new addition being an indoor RMC, similar to Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City, which proved to be a success last year. It's an RMC hybrid coaster inside that features small drops in a dark ride layout. I think this since Merlin will want a unique selling point such as UK's first hybrid coaster or world's most immersive roller coaster. The theming opportunity in the area would be great, and they could even make modifications to the train to have laser blasters like Chessington's Tomb Blaster ride. However, I think it may just be a highly themed indoor RMC or possibly a Wild Moose with a slightly modified layout since the proportions of the building and Wild Moose layout are very similar. In the past 3 years, Forbidden Valley's seen major investments such as Nemesis Reborn and Toxicator, along with improved theming making it so much more immersive than its original form. The next area that I think will receive major investment is X Sector. It hasn't seen a permanent new addition since 2013 with the Smiler, and the area itself needs some improvement. The Smiler may be getting a repaint and power washes due to it beginning to lack colour, but I think that a new flat ride such as an Intamin Tourbillon model would help. However, this may be too similar to Toxicator. I could also see the following rides in its place: a Huss Rides Booster Revolution, a Huss Rides Breakdance 5, a Huss Rides Spinning Cruiser, and a Zamperla Air Race 8.4. After 28 years of operation, Nemesis closed for the retrack and replacement into Nemesis Reborn, and Oblivion is reaching that age. Assuming it has the same lifespan as Nemesis, if Alton Towers choose to retrack it, then this season will be the last opportunity for guests to ride it in its current form. I believe it will either be fully retracked by B&M, have some filler elements added in a reprofiling, and possibly new lighter trains, or a replacement. I could see the replacement for Oblivion being a standard B&M floorless coaster layout, Mack Ride's Big Dipper layout, or they could possibly extend the drop arch angle so it can claim the UK's tallest coaster title, or world's steepest dive coaster drop. However, this is unlikely. I think it's more likely to be a Mack Big Dipper. The Oblivion area is approximately 7,200 metres squared, whereas Lost Gravity is 4,120 metres squared. The only issue would be capacity, since Lost Gravity only has a rider throughput of 800 riders an hour, and Oblivion has double that, and therefore it may have additional cars similar to a Striker coaster, which would theoretically double the capacity, double the cars, back to its original rider throughput. Since 2004, Spinball Wizard's been operating in the Adventureland area by itself. It's one of Alton Tower's most compact coasters, but it's coming to the end of its life soon. In the small space provided, I could see the park replacing it with a generic Wild Mouse coaster. I doubt they'll add spinning to the ride, as my other predictions, such as the X Sector Flat Ride and Rita replacement, may have spinning seats as well, if those come true. However, I could also see a large flat ride or flying theatre in place. The Flight of the Skyline at Legoland Windsor was a success and likely helped with Spinball Wizard's capacity issues if it were to be replaced. The only issue is theming, as the nearest areas are X Sector and CBBS Land. I could see an Oxenauts-themed flying theatre or other CBB shows instead, but an X Sector one would be cool. Unfortunately, I doubt they'll conjoin Adventureland to X Sector just for the sake of a flying theatre that will be tricky to theme. Recently, the Forbidden Valley area has seen major investment and improvement. The only ride that's been neglected is Galactica. Operating since 2002, this flying coaster is an iconic classic at the park that hasn't seen a major update since 2016 when the ride received VR and new theming. I believe Alton Towers will retheme this outdated ride to a fighter jet produced by the Phalanx to attack Nemesis. I think this, as there won't be many modifications required to the ride except the removal of the portal and more crate/fake weapons being replaced around the area, could really improve the immersiveness. Galactica is long overdue this retheme, and I can't wait to see Alton Towers do something like this. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe since it would mean the world to me. And thank you so much for 49 subscribers. Can we get to 50?